Blessings family, welcome to another video. This is Lady B. What's up? Well guys, I want to let you know that everything is calm over here with regards to the Hurricane Idalia. Everything is calm on my end, and for those persons who went through a lot, I want to say I just hope that they recover. For those persons who lost property, it's a good thing. I think they said 2 lives were lost. I'm not sure where. It probably sound like, I don't know if it's Georgia or Florida, but I'm happy it's not a whole lot of lives that were lost. Now we know that, let me check to see if I am live, because you don't know the thing set up. Just have to make sure I'm live. I haven't been up here in a bit because, I've been kind of busy, getting the school year started. And for those persons who will be going back to school in Jamaica, but I'm going to tell us, enough things are gone. Just be careful out there, those persons who are going to do shopping and all of that, to just be very careful. Make sure you put up on the money good. All right. So 2 things I'm going to deal with right about now. Probably, I think about 2. Basically, the other day I did a live where I said 32 teachers was among a group of teachers, a group of international teachers who are here, who are in the a county in North Carolina, right? And those were not the only set of Jamaicans, but those were the ones that were highlighted, because you have other counties where you have Jamaicans spread out all over, and then you probably have other states as well. So a lot of those teachers who have came up here, based on my knowledge, some of them have not yet resigned. Some came up here to make sure, they're going to take the job to see how it is, then they resign. Some of them already resigned. But I don't know if they are among the 400, but sometimes our teachers are on leave, and when they're on leave, they decide, say, well, let me go try the states and see what it's like. If they like it, they stay. So sometimes they're not officially resign, but if they're on leave, like let's say, I know basically after you teach 5 years you get 4 months leave with pay. After you teach 10 years in Jamaica you get 8 months leave with pay. I think that still is in existence. So some of them probably decide to use their leave to try to see what it's like here in the US, but 400 teachers resigned the other day, and Fayval Williams said 411 days. So right now I'm wondering, are they having a teacher shortage in Jamaica at this point, or no? I don't know. Some of them probably decide to I'm gonna go ahead and try to see what I can find out. But anyway, on another note, the Minister of Education, Youth, Fayval Williams, she's urging for this new year, she's urging principals / administrators not to send home kids because of their grooming and of their dressing. Let me repeat that. Administrators are asked to use other forms of punishment rather than locking out students who breach the dress and grooming rules. So I think she made a good point, because the thing is, sometimes there are situations where kids don't want to go to school, and once they're at school, they should try to find another way to deal with the situation. So I agree with the Fayval Williams 100%. She went on to say that we are against saying this to principals. You cannot and should not. It's not a policy of the government or the Minister of Education a Ministry of Education to lock out or send home kids who show up and they're not in compliance 100% with the dress and grooming rules. There are other ways. Now let's see if she come up with any suggestion. She was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday. The long-awaited draft of a dress and grooming policy for schools, which would remove the need for male Rastafarian students to cover their locks with a tam, is now available on the Education Ministry website. Okay, so if you don't want to check out the dress code, here we just call it dress code. If you want to check out the dress code, then you can go ahead and do so. Educators are to give their feedback on the draft policy ahead of the implementation of the final rules. So they basically put out a draft and are asking for educators to review it and to give their input of the situation before they finalize it. Williams said the ministry is making a final push to have as many school principals view the draft document as possible. So she also warned that once it's finished, principals should be sanctioned for breaching the grooming policy. So I would try to encourage all principals in Jamaica, go ahead and check out that grooming policy so that you do not breach it, because that is one position hard to get in Jamaica. Principals, once they're in the position, they don't move until or they resign. So if you don't want to lose your position, just make sure you go by the proper protocol. View the grooming policies. If you have any input, give your input so that when it finalizes, then everybody will feel as if they have a say in it. With the draft policy in place, as soon as we finalize it, we're going to have to think about that sanctions, because you're putting children in danger when you lock them out. You're denying them of an education. You have to ensure school teachers, you're consultative in all you do, so you get the buy-in from parents who can monitor and ensure that their children show up. Okay, so she further went on to say that they have in-school activities that students can do, and they can be a detention and other ways rather than locking them out. And let me give those persons an idea what they can do. One of the things they can do is to, detention is probably similar to in-school suspension here. So that's another way to look at it. If the parents can bring clothes, they call them, it's kind of difficult in Jamaica for that, because probably might be all 1-2 kids who not dress right. But yeah, have an alternative plan where they're still in school. They still stay in school, probably don't go to class that day, but they are in another part of the building and they still have access to get their work done and stuff like that. Instead of just sending them home, as Fayval Williams said, deprive them of an education, put them in danger. That is not being caring at all. According to the draft policy, it must be consistent with the right to the freedom from discrimination on the grounds of being a male or female, race, place of origin, social dress, color, religion, or political opinions. The right to equitable and humane treatment. That is, fair or just treatment as opposed to equal treatment by any public authority in the exercise of any function. The right to due process. So these are some of the things that they highlighted. And she's encouraging principals to go ahead and also view the document and make the necessary suggestions, and they probably will see what they can do. All right, so that's basically that part. Now let me get in at it. I don't know what time I go to bed tonight, but let me get into this part. So anyway, the other part I'm going to talk about is Queen Ifrika. the other day I didn't get to do the video when she said she was molested by her dad, because I was having a warm time uploading the video, and when the video uploaded 2 days after, me know me always have this problem. I don't know what's going on. So right now, that are still new, so that the video did not go up, but that's why I'm doing this in this format. So anyway, Queen Ifrika was on her live, and she called out some artists. She gave her a reason why she did it. Basically, I didn't even cover this part either with Foota Hype, but she mentioned Foota Hype and talk about the support Foota Hype was giving her. I think she said something about a Queen Ifrika Day. Must come up with something like that. Cause me never watch that, so it's basically based on what she said. I'm saying, right? So yeah, she said the support when I give her not really that the type she they look, but she still big him up to a certain extent. She call out Mark Golden. She call out a whole bag of artists. She call out Vanesa Bling, Judy Mowat, Colleen Davis, Marcia Griffith, a whole bag of them she call on. And she's also pretty much asking the females in dancehall to come together to support all those abuse type situation with and that's my version of what she said, but I'm gonna let you listen to her to the full extent. She even called out Valiant. She said the song we say Mad Me and Mad Out, and so me sing that song there sometime. I forgot to stop singing. Even that song, she said it should be banned. She called out a whole lot of people. She called on pastors. She even said by December there should be some kind of praise thing going on in the church. She called out the pastors. She called out Andre Stevens. Oh my goodness, guys. She never even forget for call out Andrew, cause she call out Andrew Oldness. She said a whole bag of things. So what me I forgot to know, I gonna make uno listen to it. So you guys can understand. And if you hear it already, you just go hear it again. Just go ahead and press a like on the video, share the video, and also if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Right now, I need to come up with a plan where I stream every day, whether it be on my way to work, on my way from work, or, because it's kind of tricky. So I go come up with a plan where I stream every day, talk about things that's going on in the society, entertainment and all of that. But I have to come up with a nice little schedule and preview my stuff and probably just talk about it. But anyway, that's that. Me I gonna make una listen to what Queen Ifrika got to say. Let me edit. Let me see. Wait. Oh, me I go find this. Alright. Wait a minute. Where video there? I know this. I know that video here, That video here, other one they never upload. Alright, me find the right one. Let's see if other one here. Yes, other one here. Alright, so me I go and make this run. It's not that long, but it has quite a few very interesting pointers, and I'm gonna make sure I put this on my speaker so it is very, very audible so you guys can hear it. Let me see, flip 4. Okay, so okay, that's not what I want. Yes, so this is what Queen Ifrika have to say, and it make a whole lot of sense to me. But guys, let me know what you think, and let me know what you think, And you can also like and share the video. Let me turn this up. All right. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Media source.
Let me just say to every single person, we stop and take a look at that video the other day, and really and truly, like for the first time, get introduced to a Queen Ifrika in a real life and what Queen Ifrika do in a real life. Seeing, I'm so humbled, I'm overwhelmed with humbleness, and I really do give thanks because it wasn't the easiest thing for me to do ever.
True.
Probably the hardest thing I ever do in my life is that video that when we release. Seeing? Anyway, this morning is not about nothing to do with that though. This morning is about where we are and what I want the item to know a little bit more about me. So, I don't give thanks already for everyone who see where I come from and say I'm not joke. It's not a joke to me. Has never been. None of what I've ever done has ever been a joke to me. Something when we take deeply serious. And take even more serious now. Seeing? So again, I just want to say to everyone, you know what I mean? Give thanks for the similarities of how we exist as human beings. We share a lot. Some we talk and some we don't, but we share a lot as people in terms of life experiences. We did always know that, and that is why we have always kept it in the real, to say the least. So, this morning, really and truly, footer hype, I just want to say to you, my brethren, give thanks for the reasoning that the eye is putting out there to say, you know, Queen Ifrika have been around forever doing this. And is even going to be around even a little bit more now. That my energy is kind of like balanced, my energy kind of balance out, you know. So, I'm going to even be that person even more now. So I just want to say to footer hype, say, give thanks for your strength, my brethren. But that is not necessarily the kind of strength I'm needing from the eye, because mental issues is simply that. The mental issue that I am having is that I am living in a country where my government signed a contract to kill one set of people and leave another set. Okay. And I'm now declaring that that set of people is mostly found in our inner city communities here in Jamaica. Our government that is in power now have set up a Illuminati system of governance on the people of the inner city, where it's almost as if there is a prison system set up in the inner cities now. So when you guys out there in the world are asking for Jamaican people, they are deliberately being killed behind the scene by our authorities. That's why you can't see them, that's why you can't hear them, and that is why our voices are now going to be even louder for those people here in Jamaica that you guys are wondering where they are. They are here, but they are being scattered up. So what we're asking, the support I want from you, footer hype, is not a Queen Ifrika Day. I want a let's go for Jamaica Day. Let's stand up fully for Jamaica Day. So I want you, footer hype, to investigate the Paramount Chief, Richard Curry, and investigate all those organizations that you're batting for and giving voice for investigate the PNP government coming in that the country is about to give the reins of the island to. Investigate more than talking about what Andrew them doing. Fly come to Jamaica and come see what happened on the rock, youth. You cannot stay on your phone in Florida and analyze everything that's happening down here. You have to be on the rock to oversee it. So yes, my brethren, I do give thanks for your support, and I give thanks for where you're talking at, and I hear you calling out the other female artists, and I'm joining you to say to Lady Saw, to say to Spice, to say to Cecile, to say to Tanya Stevens, Marcia Griffiths, Judy Mowat, Carleen Davis, Nadine Sutherland, Jada Kingdom Shensia, Chanel Muir, Vanessa Bling. The item can put the rest of names of females who are big and prominent in the country. Our women and children in the inner cities need our voices. And it is not a joke anymore. I went to Pampute's treat. I was invited to the treat before all of this that's happening on the internet with my name now. And so I decided that I would still go. And so I went yesterday. And the inner city is dying, people. I'm talking to the diaspora, those who are in the diaspora. I really don't have any help in terms of the point that I'm trying to push to say that we need an organization that their main focus is going to be on the shining light on the injustices that is taking place in the parts of Jamaica that is being hidden from you, the parts of Jamaica that you're looking for, the parts of Jamaica that they are now feeding on TikTok and apps like those. It's a everything that's happening, it's a deliberate rollout against the people of Jamaica, because they know. The policeman, when I spoke to him last night, he told me that I wanted to start an insurrection in Jamaica and I want to overthrow the government. And it looked like it's the government I want, because I went to speak to him to ask him, why are they doing this to the inner city? The youths in the inner city are so angry, they're so mad. And then in the background, they have Valiant song, I'm mad, me I'm mad out. A play in the background. So I want to say this morning to Babsy Grange. Babsy Grange, you're deliberately doing what you're doing to the women and children of Jamaica. You are deliberately doing what you're doing to the children of Jamaica, and I'm calling on you in the name of the Almighty God to stop. Miss Babsy Grange, take a look at what you are doing in the inner city to the garrison communities. You all have set up a distraction for the Jamaican people so that everyone who is on the phone and that is in the diaspora, they are not seeing exactly what's happening on the ground here. So I am asking those in the diaspora that really truly love Jamaica and can fly to come to Jamaica, I would invite you to please, if you can come by yourself or come in our group, come down here and find us and let us take you and show you what is happening down here, and so that we can come together and form the necessary type of advocacy groups that it is going to take to intercept what the opposition and the government is now joined together and doing to Jamaican people in order to create the new Jamaica that they're creating. So as much as you had authentic people that went to the National Stadium to see Chris Brown the other night, it was a cult event set up to unleash the rest of demons on Jamaica to launch the New World Order officially. I am begging from where I'm sitting. I'm at my 5, for those who have sense and can follow, I'm in 5D dimension. I am totally clear. All the things that have happened to me in my life have now become a memory to me. The one that I shared with you all the other day was a sad memory to me. It is now a sad memory to me. So I can share it without any repercussions. When I turned my phone off the other day and told you guys that I was going to finish my album, that's what I'm doing. But at the same time, I told you that it was hard to not look at what I am seeing and what the Almighty Creator is showing me. And I am not going to deny it to suit any situation or any outcome that anyone wants for Queen Ifrika. I am in it for the long haul. I am in it for the greater outcome. And all I am asking for now is a solid stand of us the people together, standing up in unity and love to save the Jamaicans that will be left behind and turned into slaves when they shall tell you officially what they are doing. They know that this island is an island of revolt. They know that this island has the ability to stand up and let governments everywhere in the world tremble, and they are using all of their powers to suppress the courage of the Jamaican people to fight for themselves and to stand for themselves. This morning, I am sitting here on this live to say and to beg and to beseech of my fellow artists, my fellow bloggers, my fellow police officers, my fellow teachers, my fellow churches, my fellow Rastafarian community to come in a one solid, loud voice on behalf of the people of Jamaica who are dying and who are sacrifices for the new Jamaica that they are building now. And if we do not do this before January morning, it is going to be deluge for Jamaican people, and those of us who will be able to fly out and will be able to move to the mountains and will be able to have our comforts even while the chaos will take place. My heart will break forever if I sit and allow them to do this to Jamaica people. The Maroons are a part of it, and I'm talking about people like the compound Maroons. The Maroons who are a part of the British slave trade is a part of what is happening to Jamaica. There are artists in the industry who are a part of the Maroon community, and they are using their voices directly to support the system against the people of Jamaica, because they have always been hateful and jealous of the people of this country for their strength, their resilience. No matter what you do, Jamaican people, they always stand up and they always fight back with the power of the God that they serve in them. I am begging again, I am beseeching, I am begging you, Spice, in order to save your life, sweetheart, you have to come back to the original baby girl that started out in music.
You never know
that. In order to save your soul, you have to fight for Jamaican people to save your soul. Buju Banton, to save your soul. You have to fight for Jamaica. Stop cussing them and saying that they don't want to hear you. It's not the people that don't want to hear you. It is the system that is standing in the way of us communicating directly with the people of this country to show them who they are. All that I am asking for the Maroon communities to do is to unite and to show the world that Jamaica has always been one sovereign country before God. One sovereign country before God. The divisions that are set up in this country was set up by the powers that be. Now, all police, all soldiers are recruited out of the Maroon community. You do the maths and you make the separation and see the police that brutalize you and the police that show you kindness. The police that show you kindness is the police that comes from the Jamaican population. The police that is now running the ground with the brute force of hell are the creme de la creme of the Maroon community and also imported police force. What I saw in Fletcher's Land last night was a prison system that is set up in the inner city. That is why we now hear no cry out of the inner city, because they are being silenced while we dance around and laugh around on social media, and they're using TikTok. I am still calling on Kabu Mahat Keru. If you truly love Jamaican people, Kabu, bring Running African into the inner city communities and do Running African for the rest of the year from different communities, and have them come to your program and speak to Kabu Mahat Keru Running African program and tell the world what they are experiencing in the inner city and what they would like to see change. Until I see you do that, Kabu Mahat Keru, you're only gathering up the Running Africans here on the island who you guys are responsible for, and all of you are planning to use Jamaican people as the fuel to your kingdoms, and you have drained out most of Jamaican people battery, and now they're almost at the point of extinction.
Wow.
So I am asking through the powers of the divine almighty creator who governs all things, to you people out there who can do something to help Jamaican people from what is happening right now in front of our faces. We are all going to be doomed very shortly if we do not stand up right now. Brams Morgan, I see you busy under here making comments. We said that the good Morgan should shove out the bad Morgans. We are calling on all the good last name in the families to stand up. All the good Jamaicans in Jamaica who had a good intention for the country but was pushed back, was discouraged, was moved aside. Come back now. Right now, Jamaica need us right now. Let us form an alliance. The next thing I am going to do, and when I call all you guys, I'm asking you to come out and to support it. We need a free gospel show before the end of this year. So, Miss Babsy Grange,
show she didn't need.
I am coming to you to ask you for the necessary permits so that I can be granted the opportunity to put up a PA system somewhere and call Chevelle Franklin and call Jermaine Edwards, call Rhoda Isabella, call the Revival, call the Poco, call the Nyabingi, call the 12 tribes of Israel, call the church, call all the stakeholders to this free concert of pushing back the devil, stopping the devil's reign in our country. The only way to do it is to draw closer to the Almighty, whoever you conceive the Almighty to be. Now is the moment. Hurt has no defense. I am standing up as a biological woman in defense of earth, in defense of the woman's womb, in defense of the right to reproduce and to replenish nature and to exalt the almighty creation. It can only be done by us Jamaicans. Look at what our pledge said. We are supposed to advance. We are supposed to advance the whole human race, Jamaican people. That is why Sizzler, Capotan, Anthony B, Iwayne, Spragga Benz baby, they're trying to make it look like I'm trying to diss you. I love you, Spragga Benz. I need you, Spragga Benz. I need you. We need to stand together right now so that Jamaica can see us stand together. There has always been a narrative that has been shaped over the years that Jamaicans do not love what is good for them. And I'm telling you, the world today, as Jamaica is at the point of dying, that is the biggest lie that has ever been told on Jamaican people, that they do not like goodness. And so what they have done, they have driven the fear of hell into the hearts of Jamaican people, so that they don't want to support the people that they know are good for them, because they are forced to support the ones that have always and only been bad for them. And now we have the opportunity to shape and to rechange and to change the narrative that has been set. And it is unfortunate that I have to use a page like this, that they are shadow banning, that they are not sending through the algorithms. If I never had people on here who saw what I'm doing and is willing to help and to share the light that we're trying to shine on behalf of our country, the people would not know what's happening. So I'm also calling on the bloggers on the internet that don't hate Jamaica and hate the fact that they have a black skin, to stand up on behalf of us. Stand up and push out the bad blogger them who only pushing the negatives of the country. Stand up and use your platforms them to help the people to understand a little bit more than what is being fed to them. There is so much distraction being fed and the truth of the people is buried. Footer hype, I'm going to say to you again. I said to you on the chat the day that you chat too much, because I need you to go and look a little bit more. Stop analyzing stuff that you're regurgitating on the internet and really and truly look at the purpose that you're serving. As a man, we need a man to not try to figure out whether Queen Ifrika is mad, but a man who must solidly now stand up and say, Queen Ifrika couldn't mad if all these years at this alone she been saying, and now that she have come and given the reason, or one of the reason for my passion. I don't expect you to be pushing a mental issue narrative around my name same way, Footer hype. It is giving personal vendetta vibes. It is giving stealing my feelings vibes. So I am just helping you to clear your mind, my sweet black man, with the big foot, with the big cocky for bucket.
Jesus Christ.
I know you love vagina and you want the queen to stand up and defend vagina. But I'm not just defending vagina for people like yourself to have sex with it. I'm defending it because it is representation. The first representation of Mother Earth is my vagina. It's the first portal. All portals were replicated from the female vagina. Our vagina is the first portal. All other else portaling started from the female vagina. So I know that you're defending the vagina because of the sweetness that you get from it. And your sister Queen Ifrika defend the manhood, the strength of the cocky, because it's the two tools that Jah give man and woman to defend earth with, to reproduce and replenish. So my brethren, this is going to be the final time I'm going to address you in this kind of way. You have not reached out to me privately, my brethren Footer. You have my number, dude. You haven't reached out to me to say, Queen, you know, as a brethren, I check in on you, but you're busy on the internet calling Queen Ifrika Day. I love the Queen Ifrika Day, by the way, guys. All who not pick up them picture yet, you know, run go put up in a picture card. Nothing wrong with that. People like us need some of them support, not when we're dead, but when we are alive. For me, so we are give everything for this, and a joke we are doing about our frustration. We are sure you said there is a solution, you can overcome your darkness. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances, no matter how dark the issue that you just experienced is. As long as you do the right things and take the right approaches to what your mental development really means to you, you will be on your way to becoming your purpose self and living in the purpose that God has intended you to live in the first place. So what I want from my brethren on the front line, like Footer hype, to do is to get your brethren them in the inner city, if you come on your live and come tell the world what is happening in the inner city with them, what the cops are doing to them in there, so that the people can see that there is really a Jamaica, and call Richard Curry them and tell them to bring the coming and bring the peace from up in their compound hills. Bring it into the inner city. Don't wait until all of who no want get rid of out there. Then come for the ones them who wounded and left behind and can't do no better, so them are going to surrender to Uno. But do it now when the pot are boil. There's a pot boiling in the inner city at the point of boiling over. The little Chris Brown won't not carry around for Tessie ground and for see what go on with Jamaica people. That not going to work, because we are all watching you guys tear us down in a subliminal way. And we're saying now we're standing all up. You remember what the song say? Tony Rebel write it. When the roll is called up, I'll be standing tall up. To face, he wrote it for Auntie Marcia, but he was writing about me, because I was in the household doing it. I was taking care of the children thereof and dealing with all the issues. But if required, I would have been on the front line, and I am letting you know now without any water in my mouth that I am officially on the front line with no joke behind it, brawling as the sun we are bursting on my head. Say, there has to be a solution for some of our brothers and sisters who have been suffering through generation after generation by generational curses that have been set up in our lives to keep us the way we are, so that now we are so saturated that the system is now making their ultimate move to finally enslave us once and for all, because we have lost all our souls and all our values and all our morals. Cecile, I don't know if I call your name yet. All the names when them come to my mind, I'm calling all you who are big and who have a platform to rescue our children with your voices. You don't have to speak as raw and as broad as Queen Ifrika does, but use, get more louder for the children. Set up TikTok accounts and go over there. When I was at Pompute Street last night, someone on the stage said, "Let me see the hands of all of those who are on TikTok and Jamaica and the world." Every child that was in there put up them hand in the air because them have a TikTok account.
Oh man.
Now you understand when I'm talking to my beautiful Nubian goddess sister in Trinidad, Nicki Minaj, say, please, my beautiful sister, pay attention to what you're associating in my country with, because we're under pressure down here from the demons of hell who have found that the ground is unoccupied. There's no one to defend Jamaican people, so they are having a field day with our people down here. The devil is having a field day, and we need intervention right now. Mark Golding, you are not leading at your will. You're leading to letting the PNP, and when the PNP come in, the Illuminati members of the PNP will take it over, and Jamaica will see the most Illuminati government of all Illuminati government. If Andrew Holness remains in power, he will want to prove that he can be the best Illuminati leader anyone could ever see anywhere in the world. That is why he has now sent the same mechanisms that they have used on the Jamaican people to suppress them. They have sent the blueprint to 80 to use it on 80. But I'm telling you here right now that the methods that were used on Jamaica are that they think and thought has worked on Jamaica, has not worked on Jamaica, Andrew. So you might have to send back for that blueprint that is sent to 80 of how to control gangs. The people in the inner city communities are human beings with flesh and blood, real, authentic, bright-minded people who all they want is an opportunity to show that they can be people to take a chance on. They are worthy of the chance that we are supposed to take on them. collectively as a people. Simone Cooper, Simone Clark Cooper at TVJ.
Simone name Clark too.
Dion Jackson Miller, you sold us out. You are the head of the media. And you took the gag order against Jamaican people. TVJ,
Wow.
our national station that we look to for all information and all hope. TVJ Jamaica, you have sold us out. TVJ Jamaica, you have sold out the Jamaican people for the gay agenda. You have stopped pushing the culture of Jamaica. Miss Kitty, your truth have been compromised. You are now only batting for the system and using the language of the people. I've loved you all these years. I've sat down with you. We have had lunches together. And all I've ever, this is for Miss Kitty, all I've ever been telling you over the years is that voice that you have belongs only to the people of Jamaica. And I noticed that Christopher Tufton took you. And had you made a lot of Jamaican people took that vaccine, and now they're gonna use you guys again now to take a second, whatever the second phase is, they're about to use you guys again as they call you guys. They're key influencers. Jamaica needs you key influencers. Jamaica needs all the key influencers. If your purpose is not to uplift the minds of our young people, the system is using you to bring them and to keep them with them there. As the names them coming on my head as who they have as key influencers of this country. When COVID came along, you guys said that you were going to activate your key influencers. Big A, you're still the on radio. Elise, you're still the radio. DJ Sunshine, you need to come out and tell the people them the truth about that story that is circulating that about us. You need to tell them how we met and why did you love Queen Ifrika so much. You need to, Sunshine, talk that part of the truth. If you guys don't, I will when the appropriate time come. I am saying all these things because I am not filtered anymore. I am not in a careless mode. I am not going to make people continue to judge who I am. I am declaring who I am with no fear or favor. I have no alliance but with the God Almighty Creator, who I conceive to be His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie. If the white man have a God, the black man must have a God. And my next alliance is the people of this country. And I am calling on all the people who truly love a God that they call Jesus. The ones that really love that man that they call Jesus.
That man from Galilee.
That's the alliance we are looking for. And we, by we, I mean the people of this country who are dying because of lack of access to the Almighty. Gina Jennings, Pastor Gina Jennings, I am calling on you, Pastor Chambers. I am calling on you, Pastor Stewart. I am calling on you, Pastor Lewis. I am calling on all the authentic pastors of this country to drop the stage in the middle of halfway tree before January morning. December must be a month of praise to the Almighty to stop the world order. We need to stop the new world order, Jamaican people. And we need to stop the new world order right now. Andre Stevens, if you want me support, you have to kill the devil in you, youth. You have to turn back the devil out of you. You have to declare why you became a homosexual to the Jamaican people. And you have to declare why you want to remain a homosexual to the Jamaican people, so that the Jamaican people can fully understand where you're coming from. Nadine Spence, you are the woman at the helm of the restructuring of our constitution. Put on a public forum, invite the public to come hear the contents of the constitution, and also give them the opportunity. Us as Jamaicans should be calling for the altering of this election that's coming up in February because it will be the election that will doom you. Andrew Holness, you cannot rule us down here because you do not have a heart in your body. You have given away your heart and replaced it with the agenda that they have given you. And all you can see now is the agenda that you are given and the task that you're given. You have given a task to kill Jamaican people and kill them physically and kill them spiritually. But you cannot do it in a blatant sense. So you are setting them up to shape the narrative of how they will die. I am asking you again, sir, as I've been asking you from the day I came to the education ministry with Tony Rebel. I said to you, Jamaica need a leader that will speak for them for real and that will love them and give them the justice that their ancestors and their ancestors before their ancestors have been standing in the way and begging for. You promised from your education minister that you would be the difference, and this difference that you have become and that you have now been standing solidly beside Mr. Holness is the mark of the beast in the clearest sense of any word. To see a leader in a time like this when black people in general need strong leaders, to watch you stand up and do this to black people in an island that every other black people everywhere around the world has looked to for this type of guidance all of their generations to generations. You are now signing us up to be the ultimate example of how you turn free-minded people into slaves. And you're thinking that those of us who have the ability to see what you're doing, you're thinking that we're going to sit here and not use our voices in the best way we can to highlight to the people the urgency of the situation that we're in right now. That if all of us as stakeholders don't stand up in a loud voice right now and say,
wow. Yes, guys, listen, the thing stopped suddenly, and I want to say this was a really long speech, and it was very, I don't know if it's receptive, heartfelt. But, you know, let's see if those persons who she's reaching out to, if they are going to, you know, respond or anything like that. So, you know, we love my little country, and we just gonna we don't know, we don't know, its struggle is real. But for those parents and for those kids who are getting ready to head out Monday morning, just you know, be safe, be careful, just be careful, make sure you cover your kids with the blood, you pray over them before they leave your house. Pray over them when them come back, and just, you know, keep them covered because it is so much stuff going on, you know. And, you know, we just don't want, we just want to have a good year with less traumatic situation where kids are being taken away and, you know, all that stuff. We just want to be extremely careful. And remember, if no kids have a phone, make sure you have that tracking thing on the phone, whether it's called Live 360 or other one name, or location tracker. And, you know, I'm just going to say this with regards to the artist that is missing. I don't know if they found her, but I hear Foota Hype say something that makes a lot of sense, because him say, right about now, when somebody has a phone, you can see their location if you share with them, or you know, you can go through the necessary phone company to see if they can do some tracking. And basically it's like nothing has been recovered or uncovered about this missing person, you know. So that's another thing too, you know. If they have a phone and they turn off their location, then that is gonna be a problem. It's just like, say, you have an iPhone, you have an iPad, you have your Apple Watch, you have your you know, and you lose your iPhone, or you want to find your Apple Watch if you do not have your Find My activated for everything, you will not be able to find anything. So if you have an Apple phone and you do Find My iPhone or Find My whatever, it's called Find My. So if you have more than one Apple stuff, you can look for your watch, your phone, whatever, and you will see the location. So that has to be activated in order for the person to find your stuff, and it has to be set up. And you can also make sure you have everything with your location on, because it don't make sense you activate that and your location is off. A lot of times some of these kids don't want their parents to know where they're going, but it is very, very important that parents keep up with their children. So that's all I have to say right now. I just wish everybody a good afternoon. It is Thursday. What time now? It is Thursday, 8:31. No, it's not 8:31. I mean, it is August 31st, and tomorrow is September 1st. So, I'm just saying big up to everybody who is gonna click on this live. Continue to support my channel. YouTube demonetized me for whatever reason. I don't friggin' know. But, they said I can reapply for monetization. And I said, I go do one video with that, I said, I go do a video with that and go through everything with them tell me, and just do a video for just kind of, But anyway, they said I can reapply in September, but me not blood clot apply for nothing till me feel like it. You understand? So, that's how it thing set up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I am so happy I'm Jamaican, because if I feel like cussing, I don't have to cuss no American curse word. Me just cuss my Jamaican curse word and call it a day. It's all about the culture. But anyway, big up on yourself. Thank you guys for watching the video. Drop a like, drop a share. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share this live. As I said earlier, I'm going to come up with a plan. I'm going to come up with a plan. I'm not going to talk the plan. I'm going to come up with a plan where I can pretty much go live every day. Just to talk about certain things, or, just to keep myself in the loop and to keep my viewers in the loop. Because I realize that when I'm not in the loop, when I don't know what's going on, it's just, it's crazy. By the time I get back up here on YouTube, a million things happen and it just bypass me. So I'm going to have to create a balance. So that I can, make sure I put in my content, put in the work. Like when me did, I put in the work initially when, I wanted to monetize the channel, and I was putting in the work. And even after that, I still I put in the work. But sometimes certain things that you get so frustrated and demotivated. But a lot of times you have to pull back within you and pull back the motivation to see what motivated me to start this YouTube channel in the first place. What did I get out of it? What is it that's giving me the drive to continue? And I know one of my main thing is I love to talk, and being up here I talk a lot. And as a teacher, I talk a lot. So that is what's going on for me. I will get a chance to talk if I want to come talking to the entire world, because it's still, communicating. And then somebody will probably click on the video later on, learn something interesting, and then have something to share. So anyway, that's that. Big up on yourself. Have a good night.